I'm Ezra Raya, and this is the Manila Times. Doctors' groups are calling for the license approval of the second generation dengue vaccine as the country grapples once more with rising numbers of dengue cases. In the recently concluded dengue summit, the Philippine Foundation for Vaccination says the country is lagging behind its neighbors in vaccinating against dengue. Since the year started, the Department of Health has recorded over 70,000 dengue cases nationwide, with 197 deaths. However, many are still apprehensive with the new dengue vaccine. Dengvaxia was the world's first dengue vaccine. In 2016, the Philippine government launched an immunization program which covered hundreds of thousands of school children. But its manufacturer, Sanofi, later warned that the vaccine may trigger severe illness. So far, the Department of Health has recorded dozens of deaths linked to the controversial Dengvaxia vaccine. Here to share his insights is Philippine Medical Association President Dr. Hector Santos. Welcome to the Manila Times, Doc. First of all, in our current situation, there are over 70,000 cases of dengue with almost 200 fatalities. So first off, tell us about the urgency of the new dengue vaccine.
The urgency has always been there because dengue is an endemic disease in the Philippines. Although medyo seasonal siya, there is an increase usually after the monsoon seasons have come in, no? But then what has been noticed, although medyo hindi pa ganun karami during the first quarter of this year, 2024, with your data alone, there's already an increase in number, but there is no, wala pa yung wet season natin na mas dumarami yan. So, what is important now are two things: prevention of deaths arising from dengue. And the way to do it is, one, to stop the vector increasing, yung pinaka-mosquito, patayin natin yung breeding size ng mosquito so hindi dadami yun. So hindi magkakaroon ng mga mosquitoes biting the children or the people, bringing dengue with them. Second, of course, is immunization, which is vaccine. Since the World Health Organization has already said, for those areas or geographically endemic ang dengue with a moderate to high transmission rate ng dengue, they advise immunization for those countries. And kasama po ang Pilipinas doon.
Doc, many are still apprehensive about the immunization. So currently, there are no licenses approved for a dengue vaccine. So many are still apprehensive because of Dengvaxia, and the Philippine Food and Drug Administration has not approved any new dengue vaccine. So tell us about the new second generation dengue vaccine. Its name, its efficacy, and most importantly, is it safe?
What the FDA is doing still, they're trying to collect studies on this one. But then as we mentioned in our summit yesterday, the Qdenga, ang brand name niya, which is produced by Takeda, as against the Dengvaxia, which was produced by Sanofi several years back. Now, ang Qdenga has already completed all the studies in all other countries, and it's being actually used already in Brazil, in the Americas, some African countries. But then recently, in the last 2 years, it has been approved for use in Malaysia, Thailand, and recently Indonesia and Vietnam. So we were hoping, but still, syempre, meron tayong FDA process to look into those studies first before they could really approve. It's being used in the Philippines, no? But from the studies that have been shown in other countries, it is efficacious, especially for those high-intensity transmission. It has cut the mortality to more than half, no? And then less dengue level ang nakukuha nila, hindi yung naging hemorrhagic na. So there's protection that is being given to the population given the vaccine. So considering that more than 7 or 8 years na nga yan, undergone studies, and nakompleto na more than 4 or 5 years ago, more than 3 years na siyang ginagamit in some of the countries. So efficacy-wise, no, proven na siya in those countries that's been using it.
Doc, Qdenga is a vaccine that helps protect against the dengue disease that is manufactured by Takeda Pharmaceuticals po, ano. So in your research, sir, how long has it been in the market for the Asian countries? And based on your research, again, Doc, has there been any recorded deaths or severe illness linked to it?
From what I've read, no, in the studies, locally, one of our proponents of vaccine, no, si Dr. Lulu Bravo, has done studies on the use of this particular vaccine more than 6 or 7 years na, kasi nung nag-start pa yan. Now, in other countries, they've completed the studies, no? And what has been shown is it decreases mortality. There were no vaccine-related deaths, if that's what you're asking. And no adverse effects causing death from those who were vaccinated in their studies. And ganun din doon sa Asian countries. Sa Asian countries nga, at least 2, at the longest is 3 years na approved yung use niyan. But in Brazil, they've had it for around 4 years already. And so when they had those sudden rise, mga 4 or 5 times rise of numbers of dengue cases in the Americas, mostly in the South American countries like Brazil, they turned to immunization to bring down the mortality. So kung mortality secondary to adverse reaction to the vaccine, walang reported na ganon. But it has brought down mortality rates for those who had dengue.
Based on what you said, Doc, the Qdenga vaccine has been in 4 years in the market, especially in South America. And so far, there had been no deaths linked to it and no adverse effects had been recorded. So tell us, Doc, what are the guidelines for the possible administration of Qdenga, the new dengue vaccine? And how old should the children be? And what are the other safeguards that we need to know?
Ang World Health Organization has already come up with guidelines for the use of the vaccine. These are only administered to those 6 years old to 16 years old. So 6 to 16 kasi yun ang pinaka vulnerable for dengue infection. But then they also think that it could also be given for older individuals, like 20s or 30s, especially yung mga second or third time na nagkaroon ng dengue. But it's not advised to be given as yet to less than 6 years old. Kasi they have not seen a very good result or positive reaction to those below 6 years old. Sa dengue, if you'll notice, there are 4 serotypes of dengue. So you could have 4 different infections. Meron dyan mga iba twice or thrice na nagkakaroon ng dengue. Kasi iba-iba yung serotype nila. So you develop immunity from one, but you do not have immunity for the second. So ang binibigay yung vaccine is for you to be able to, para ba nung nag-COVID, binigyan mo ng COVID, mild na lang darating sa'yo. Hindi ka mamamatay. So yun ang effect ng vaccine. Sa atin, dahil wala yung vaccine, yung mga second or kuminsan naka-third time nagkakaroon ng dengue, yan pa ang mga serious, nag-bleed na kaagad. So kung sana yan, nabigyan na, protected na sila, mild na lang yung other serotypes na darating sa kanila. So yun po ang dahilan why WHO recommended that this be given in those with high transmission and those with first or second infection already ng dengue. So that lessens the severity of the dengue na tatama sa'yo.
As you've said, Doc, the World Health Organization, WHO themselves, has come up with the guidelines in the administration of Qdenga dengue vaccine. And as you've said, it is only administered, the youngest is 6 years old, up to 16 years old only. And as you said, will it answer the 4 different types of dengue will it fight against all of those dengue?
What has been proven is that very efficacious siya for the type 1 and type 2, DNV 1 and 2. Yung 3, mildly pa lang, but they're still developing to improve its efficacy. Yung sa 4, hindi pa nila completely nakikita na nagagamit siya ng 4 kasi hindi ganun karami pa yung 4. Even in Brazil, no, yung karamihan sa kanila is 1, 2, and 3 ang nabigyan na. And they were very efficacious. So, konti rin yan yung ating experience with DNV4. I'm not sure, no? I couldn't say with 100% na may DNV4 sa atin, pero I'm sure 1, 2, and 3 meron na.
As you've said, Qdenga vaccine has recorded high efficiency in those countries that have used it in a couple years so far. So, Doc, what do you think can the Philippines learn from its previous immunization programs headed by the government, as we have had stories from before about these immunization programs against dengue? So what can we learn? And if and when the license be approved, how do you think should the government go about the immunization program?
What's important is to promote education, community education. One, how to prevent getting dengue. Kasi ang primary ano pa rin natin is to prevent the increase of the vector. Kung kaya nga, yung habit ng paglilinis ng mga tambakan ng water, yung mga tambakan ng mga karton-karton, kung saan nandoon yung mga mosquito, dapat make it a habit to clean. So clean your environment. Number 2, the immunization, when it is already available, yung vaccine, ang unahin yan bigyan, most probably, are those with the high transmission rate. In the recent month, yung sometime around January up to March, I think, there were increases in the Davao region and the Caraga. So maybe you could start with giving those kung ma-approve na. But then as we roll it out, that's to be given as well to other communities. So guidelines will be there, 6 years old to 16. And maybe for those who are already previously infected, na mas matanda ng konti, they could be given that as well. I'm sure the DOH will come out with those guidelines. No? And we from the PMA, kasi po, kasama ko ang PMA, mga doktor, they will instruct their patients, kailangan mo na to. You have to, no? Kasi kami ho nakakita, na nakalusot ka doon sa dengue 1 and 2, no? Kailangan magpa-dengue vaccine ka na para hindi ka natamaan a third time, which could be fatal.
Here with us is Dr. Lulu Bravo, Executive Director of the Philippine Foundation for Vaccination. Dr. Lulu, as a pediatric doctor, what can you say about the new Qdenga dengue vaccine? Is it safe for us?
I have been doing the human clinical trial for the next generation dengue vaccine since 2016 when we started the actual trial. But way back, 3 years before that, we have been preparing for this trial since 2013, 2014, looking for a good site to do it and trying to get the site prepared for this trial. And we started May and finished recruitment in 2017. All in about, how many? From May to March, we finished recruitment. And from the time on, there were 2 doses there. So it was really a very meticulous, long-term follow-up that we did for the subjects. And if you were to ask me if this is a safe vaccine, because the very first principle of a vaccine is it has to be safe. Even if it is effective, if it is not safe, you can't give it, right? Safety is the first essential principle for a vaccine because you don't want to do any harm to any person when you give a preventive tool for them. And that is the reason why you go through these clinical trials to ensure that the vaccine will be safe. And that's what we've been seeing in the last 8 years of the trial. We have followed up these patients, actually WHO only requires at least 4 to 5 years. We are now on our 8th year. So I can say that the safety profile of this vaccine is very good. And we don't have any concerns at all in giving it.
How many doses does one need of the Q dengue vaccine for its efficacy? And how old is the youngest who can receive the vaccine and the oldest, ma'am?
In our trial, we enrolled 4-year-old to 16-year-old. And because this vaccine has already been investigated by many agencies, including the WHO, including our FDA, and even the European Medicinal Agency, the one responsible for regulating drugs and vaccines, right? WHO's recommendation is to give it to 6 to 16 years old. 2 doses, as I said earlier, 3 months apart.
Nice.
3 months is the interval between the first dose and the second dose. And because WHO says that as far as the trials that have been seen and published, that they are ready to recommend it between 6 to 16. But as you know, other countries have actually given it from 4 and up, no limit in terms of the elderly. The European agency also gave it a 4 or is it 6 and up. In Indonesia, I think they have it up to 60 years old. So different countries will give you a different recommended age group to give it, but it remains 2 doses, 3 months apart. And the best thing that we wanted to see here is that it can be given even for those patients or individuals who have not had previous dengue infection. Because if you look back at the first generation dengue vaccine, there was a recommendation by WHO to test first before giving it, because they will not recommend it for those who are seronegative or who have not had previous dengue infection.
Mom, let me just repeat, let me just clarify. So it is not recommended for people who's never had dengue infection before. Is that
The
correct?
first generation.
The first generation. The
Yes.
one that everyone is
This-
afraid of. Mhm.
Yes, this one, it is safe to be given for all kinds of patients from 4 years old and up without testing already. No need to test because it is safe even for those who have not had previous dengue infection.
With or without previous infections, the Qdenga dengue vaccine is safe for all patients as long as they are 4 years old or 6 years old and
Yes.
up. And Mama, Dr. Hector Santos earlier told me that the Qdenga vaccine has been in the market for several years in South America as well as in the neighboring countries of the Philippines. So no deaths and no adverse effects. So in your opinion, Ma'am, what
Not several years. It has not yet been licensed in the Philippines.
But
It's not been used yet.
But in Europe, ilang years na, doktora? Sa Brazil, ilang years na sila?
Well, in Europe, it was licensed in August of last year. In Indonesia, it was licensed August of last year. In Malaysia, it was licensed this year, February. In Brazil, it was licensed also December of last year. And what we now see is that in some countries, it is already being used in Europe. 20 countries in Europe are already licensed, authorized to use it. Brazil has started to give it in their national immunization program since February of this year, 2024. Indonesia started this last year, and Thailand also last year. For Malaysia, they only licensed it conditionally this year. Vietnam licensed it last May.
Yeah.
So we are kind of waiting for our own FDA to have it licensed, because as you know, when you talk about burden of dengue infection, the Philippines has the biggest number of dengue in this part of the world. In Latin America, it is Brazil, which is reeling and very, very much affected, because they already have millions of cases since early this year. And they're really afraid that if they do not do something about this, that it could even get worse. Millions of cases already of dengue in Brazil. In the Philippines, since January, I think we have had already about 100 plus deaths from dengue, and more than 40,000 cases of dengue. But we know that it is the Philippines with the highest dengue cases in this Asia Pacific region.
As you've said, ma'am, only last year has the Southeast Asian countries started using Qdenga vaccine. So why do you think has the FDA or the government has not yet approved of this new vaccine, ma'am, if it's, as you say, safe?
I cannot really think for sure why this is happening. It is for FDA and maybe the DOH, to which it is supervisory, right? FDA is under DOH. Who could answer that? My take is that there should be no reason why we should not have it licensed, because we have experienced all the, how do you call this, the pitfalls of the first generation, and we have learned so much from it. We have learned how to communicate effectively about the vaccine. Of course, there will always be some kind of barriers, as you said, which we can only kind of guess may be working here. Like, is it because they're afraid of the previous experience that we had with the first generation, the Dengvaxia? Is it because they're afraid that they will meet with political upheavals again? I'm not so sure. I cannot really tell for sure, but judging from the previous experiences we have learned so many lessons. We are now ready. And I think Dr. Hector, the PMA, has given us also a favorable endorsement, right? That we should really work together to defeat dengue, because we need to follow and achieve a zero death for dengue by 2030. It's about 6 years from now. And, this does not come overnight. We cannot just say, okay, we will introduce the vaccine now, and then in about 6 months' time, we're ready to say we have succeeded. No, it doesn't work that way. This is something that we really have to think about. And the faster that we can get immunization to be used universally, meaning as many people can get it, well, the faster we will be towards eradication or elimination or reduction of cases. And of course, deaths, because with decrease of incidence and with proper case management, meaning appropriate treatment of dengue, we could achieve this because it is achievable. Now we can say dengue is a vaccine preventable disease. And so any vaccine preventable disease could be a candidate for elimination or for eradication, but we don't know when, because it still depends on how many countries, how many will work together to achieve it.
Repeating what you just said, Dr. Lulu, you are aiming for the complete eradication of the dengue disease. That's a very high dream for all of us. So I would like to ask any last words from you both on the eradication of the dengue disease, as well as your fight against dengue and the approval of this Q-Dengue second generation vaccine. Dr. Hector?
Siguro, a complete eradication is also difficult. That's why we're only aiming for zero death secondary to dengue by 2030. That means we are able to control it, hindi siya ganun ka-severe, so that it becomes a mild form. Hindi ka tulad ng COVID, dati panay severe yan, lahat nagkakamatayan. But then with the immunization, naging less severe and more manageable. So ganun din po, ang ating aim is to have a zero death of dengue by 2030. And one of the methods, of course, is immunization. Second is an active community participation to clean the environment and to remove the breeding sites of the mosquito. And of course, further information for proper treatment. Ang mga medical professionals natin have come out with treatment guidelines, which will now lead to a faster relief or faster recovery from dengue fever and not go into dengue hemorrhagic fever.
Very well said, Dr. Hector and Dr. Lulu. Anyway, last words po.
The goal of all vaccine preventable diseases is its elimination and then eradication. Should we be able to cooperate and really work together to make it happen? So now dengue is a vaccine preventable disease. And although we can say vaccine may not be the all empowering tool, we do have other means like what Dr. Hector said. We do have environmental sanitation, hygiene to consider. We have removal of mosquito breeding places. We have to find out if we can achieve some mosquito repellent, something, you know. These are all useful in the fight against dengue. But when it becomes any disease that becomes a vaccine preventable disease, is aimed at being eliminated, not in the very near future, perhaps, but it is the goal. It is the goal. As I said, we have done it with smallpox. We have done it with polio. In fact, measles was ready to be eliminated. Diphtheria, pertussis. But because people started to reduce vaccination in childhood, it has come back with a vengeance, meaning measles and pertussis and all of this. So to me, vaccine is an essential part. What did they say about vaccine, diba, Hector? Second, to clean and safe water. Vaccine is the most cost-effective and most important
armamentarium. Yes.
Preventive aspect for disease.
Said. Very well said, doctors. As you've said, our goal is immunization against the dengue disease. And now that it is possible, zero deaths from dengue with the new Q-Dengue second generation vaccine. But as you said, prevention is still as better as the cure itself. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, Philippine Medical Association President Dr. Hector Santos and Philippine Foundation for Vaccination Executive Director Dr. Lulu Bravo. Thank you so much for your time.